Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Lionel, aka Crypto Maniac. I'm reaching out and doing this video because, as I mentioned yesterday, Faith and Arlisha were actually in the process of trying to get a webinar set up with either Mark Swickle or Greg LeMond, and they actually was able to get Mark on the webinar this morning. So some of you may have gotten on and some of you may have missed it. So I'm actually going to include that webinar here. I ask that you make sure you watch the entire webinar, okay? Because it's going to be important information from the beginning all the way till the end, okay? So make sure you watch the entire webinar. It's going to basically kind of give you an idea of the direction that QubitLife is going, and kind of what they're doing going forward. There's still not 100% of the questions that have been asked that are answered at this point. We won't know anymore until June 1st, okay? So I know that you guys are wanting to know answers. You want to know answers right now, but we ask that you be patient and wait until then, because we don't have anything else to give as far as answers are concerned. You will find out again the direction that the company is going in this webinar. But again, not everything is going to be answered. So we're still waiting on those answers. And hopefully we will have them on June 1st. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know, you know, we are going to continue to be supportive. We're going to continue to you know, be there and have you guys' backs. We've been fighting, you know, to make sure that you guys are taken care of in this company. That is one thing that made me lock arms with Faith and Arlisha, is because they have some of the same principles that I have when it comes to this type of business. That's been supportive, that's been open, that's been honest and transparent. Okay, those things are very, very important to me. And I hope I have this, you know, showing you guys those same principles, you know, in dealing with things that have been going on with the company. I will never stop, and it will always be that way. We will never stop. We're going to continue to push forward because we know the importance of making money now, not later, but now for your families. That is what we are focusing on. So we do have things that we have in the works that is going to be presented, and you know, we want to make sure you guys are you know, in the loop and in the know of what we have going on. I have presented some of those things in the group to show you is what we're going to continue to do to diversify our money, and we're not going to stop no matter what. So watch the webinar again, guys. Please make sure you watch it from the beginning to the end, because it is important information that you must see to understand what's going on with QubitLife. Okay, thank you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate your time, and let's make this happen. So watch the video, please. Make sure you watch it all.
We're admitting people right now. Just give us a little bit of time, everybody. This call is going to max out probably in about 2 minutes. I'm just admitting everyone, give us just a little bit more time.
Yeah, we'll give it a little more time. People are still coming in. Give them a little more time. We're almost at 1,000 people here.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You've got a special guest as well. And we give you co-host privileges. Yes. Okay. Great. All righty. I'm going to kick this off.
Hold on. Give me. We'll max out at 1,000. Let me get this maxed out.
Okay.
We have 20 people left coming in. Give us just 1 second. 1 moment. 30 more people can get in and we're done.
Yeah, I thought I was at 10,000. I can't remember.
Oh,
maybe. We'll see.
We sure will. And if you are at 10,000, oh yeah, you can kick this baby off because I'm not about to push this button 10,000.
let's kick this off. And, you know, we try our best to be positive about everything we encounter in life. And, you know, Alicia, if you hit the three dots on the bottom right of the room, you'll automatically let people in. I really don't want to do that. I rather, where are we for? So, you know, we try to be positive about a lot of things that occur in our lives, right? And we also know that, you know, there have been many changes in QubitLife ever since they've been in existence, right? And let me put my face on here. I'm always, yes. Ever since they've been in existence, we were taken aback. Hey, Alicia, we were taken aback by the not just the consolidation of licenses, but about the deactivation of the licenses, which was announced, in our opinion, it was announced at a time where we were celebrating, you know, at the leadership event, and everyone is happy, and we're doing all these great things. And I told people it was rather bittersweet when they did the deactivation and introduced the new plan. And so one of the things we asked them, would this be the last final change? Because it could have worked, right? It could have been a great thing. Then out of the blue, we had a meeting where we were talking with corporate, and we discovered that additional changes were made. Okay, additional changes, and they were huge. These changes are huge, you know, because in essence, what they're doing is eliminating the passive component. Okay, and so we have about 256,000 people out of 500,000 people who are purely passive, right? And now you guys know that they're going to be receiving 3 indexes. The first one, of course, is the ESI, whatever it's called. And that is where you're going to be able to utilize those indexes to purchase products. Okay? And my question is, where's the earning in that? You know, and they say, well, you can sell those products to other people. And many of these guys don't want to sell products. And I think that, you know, specifically, we don't have a lot of products to sell. So number two is that we're going to get an index that is going to be associated with the venture capital fund. And we know that when you have a company who receives venture capital money, it's going to take time to see profitability. So future earnings quite possible. But we also know if you experience in the venture capital world or any investment, you know, in the old school way, is that it's going to take time for profitability. So what that means is I'm still asking the question, where's the money that people can earn today that we're getting these indexes from? So the third piece is Q-Chain. Q-Chain is where they have the QDTs, you know, they've got the ICO going on. I have millions of those, right? I finally today got the opportunity to see the blockchain, but to be honest with you, the smart contracts have not really been developed yet, and we don't have that integration yet. So I still ask the question, where's the money? And I want to let you guys know before I introduce you guys to our guest speaker, I want to let you guys know that we fought, I tell you, we fought ever since the support issue we've been fighting for you. Ever since the changes we've been fighting for you. You cannot imagine how much we've been fighting, right? Yeah. We tried to fight. We know people were coming in and still coming in. So I recommended turn off the ability to purchase. Turn it off. Because everyone is coming in, why? For the passive component. Where they're going to earn 250%. So if you know that's going to happen before this big meeting, just turn that off. But unfortunately, we turn off the withdrawals as well. So what I like to do is I want to introduce someone who's become a good friend of mine, who's the Chief Marketing Officer of QubitLife, and he's going to share his story. He's going to share his point of view as to what's going on. And so what I'm going to do right now, I believe he's already co-host. Yes, Mark Swicko is here. Hi, Mark.
Hey, how are you? Good, Ricky. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Alicia. How's everybody?
Mark.
Okay.
We're here.
I am in between meetings, so I'm on my cell phone, so it may look like I'm drunk, but I'm not. I'm just moving my phone around. So I have a little bit of an approach here that I want to do with you guys. And sorry if there's a little bit of background noise. I'll try to avoid it getting louder. And the approach is kind of like a three-pronged approach. First, I want to some degree, reiterate what Wiki just said. Can you guys hear me? It's okay?
Yes.
You can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was talking to myself because that's too much anyway. So, and then I also want to give a factual, with somewhat of an opinion-based overview of what just happened. And then I'll give some concluding remarks. But let me begin by saying everything that I tell you here today, I am doing in my individual capacity. I am not here as a representative of the corporate structure, and that's because I am not part of that corporate structure anymore. So let me just set the stage by saying that as of right now, I'm not the chief marketing officer of QubitLife, but let me take a few steps back. So first of all, let me say, if I just assumed everyone knew it, but I'm going to say it right now because I got a little nervous when I heard Queen Ricky's and Alicia sort of saying, "Oh, we've been fighting with you, for you, not with you, but for you." Let me just tell you that there is no such word as fight without using women. If you ever look up the dictionary of the word fight, it's in there. These guys go to the mat, to the floor, blood, sweat, and tears, and not on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. I don't know how they do it. And they have gone, not just for you, right, really, because it's you guys, but for the company. These women represent their downline for sure, there's no doubt about it, but actually they represent the company's members, all of them, each and every one, anything that they desire, ask for, or comment on. They're doing it for anyone who's part of QubitLife, and actually,
recording in progress.
They have been an ally of mine, and a voice of reason and logic, stability, compassion, and fire. All the things that you want in a leader. They have it X. And I'm not here just to say that you know it probably better than I do. So let's just make sure that that's absolutely clear. Anyone on this call that's confused about these two ladies and their team having supportive views of the company and your concerns. Let's put that to bed now. Okay, so that's first thing. The second thing is I want to do a little bit of a timeline that substantiates what Queen Wiki just said to you, and then I want to put a pin in a point in time that's critical, that is about what I experienced and what you experienced, where we experienced the same thing, I think, okay? And that is what I'd like to do secondly. So let's go to the point which is May 4th and 5th, where Queen Ricky and Alicia and some of the top people in our company met, along with the sales task force. I think there was about 80 to 85 people. The maximum it could have been was 120. So we had the top echelon of the company there. And we had 2 days planned, and the first part of the day was like all the awards and stuff. It was really, really cool. I love that stuff because I like to get close to the people who were doing a great job and pat them on the back and do all that stuff. And then the other part of it was these rule changes that took place. And I'm not going to go through them again. Let's just understand from my point of view. I want to make this absolutely crystal clear. Going into that meeting, I had absolutely, me, Mark Swickle, as the chief marketing officer, and someone who's been on Wall Street for over 30 years, I had absolutely zero problem with any of those rule changes. I knew that they would, at first blush, seemingly be upsetting to the leaders, because anytime you make changes in multi-level marketing platforms, it just doesn't feel good, right? Even if it sounds good, it doesn't feel good. And then it takes a period of adjustment. I knew and had a lot of confidence that over that period of days, the 4th, the 5th, and 6th, going into the 7th, that everyone would jump on board. They just have to go through that acclimation period. And that's exactly, I think, what happened. And I think Queen Wiki just reiterated that kind of, that it wasn't the most great thing, but then when they started to look at the numbers and how we could sustain the company, everybody jumped on board, and then we delivered that with great pride and passion on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then everyone left thinking, okay, this is correct, this is the way forward, this is sustainable, maybe it's not the perfect thing as it was before, but we can see why we did what we did, right? And everybody bought into it, right? And then we know that they bought into it because then they literally bought into it. They started participating in the platform from a financial standpoint. And then what happened is what happened on the 25th yesterday. If you were on that call, you will notice that I was absent. I don't know what was said on that call. I don't know, other than that, I think Jacob was the one who gave the call. But prior to that call, we had a private call with the leadership council, and we selected, I think it was like 5 or 6 people to explain the rule changes. And I want to be very, very clear with my next statement, okay? And that is that I had learned about a portion of that information through a slide presentation done to me with the ownership structure 24 hours before that. And from that 24-hour period, maybe some other people don't even know this, I had to, along with someone else, fight to even get the 6 people access to that information. There was a period of people or time that they didn't even want that to happen. So I possessed the information, the ultimate information, or majority of it, 24 hours before. Then it was revealed to the council. There was a call. It wasn't pleasant. Then a subsequent call took place where I was not on that call, and then additional information was given, and then you had your call yesterday. So let me just say that after the first call with the leadership council, prior to the second and last call with the leadership council that led to the 25th, that the reason I didn't go on the second call is because in my mind, I was finished with this company. And I'm going to tell you the reason for that. The reason for that has nothing to do with the rule change. It has nothing to do with limiting my time to know about those things. Those are things that are part of the business culture of the company that I've accepted but don't agree with, but they are not reasons for my wanting to and my ultimate termination. The reason why I left the company is because I disagree with something very, very simple, and that is that the people who have less than 100% between the period of the 9th to the 25th, that the company had to have known, should have known, most probably would have known, and I use those as legal terms of art, that they were going to head in the direction that they ultimately took the change on the 25th. And so in that capacity, I don't think that they should have done the process the way they did. I think they should have offered to the people with less than 100% the opportunity for their money back or something in kind or a combination thereof. And they may still do that. I'm not sure because I didn't hear the ultimate answers, but I will tell you this. That for me was sort of the last straw. Now, let me just say this, okay? I believe that the concept of what they put in place is appropriate. I believe that the company needs to take strong measures for 2 reasons. One of them is that the legal structure that surrounds the ROI doesn't play well in a lot of countries and was beginning to cause friction in a lot of locations. And the company was not willing to take action against country by country by country. I don't know why, but they rejected my request to sort of go in a legal fashion towards all of those countries. So they think that one of the ways to cure that is just remove the daily ROI, okay? That's one of the main reasons. The secondary reason is probably because that there is a heavy burden financially on a daily basis to the company to meet the demand of that money. When they switched the platform on the 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, I supported that because that increased the velocity of money, permitted you to continue to make the money you were making in shorter clips over a shorter period of time, but faster, and you'd have to reinvest part of that faster and to keep the system liquid. The fact that they didn't allow that to play out and see the result of that over a period of time, but then to take this extraordinary measure, notwithstanding the legal part, to me, I think was wrong, but I accepted it. But then to not allow the people during at least that 3-week period who have put money in to remove that cash for cash, no matter what the result would be to the company, I think is wrong. And I didn't support that like I've supported everything, and my requests to have that undone were rejected, and that was enough for me, and I was not going to go on the call and make that announcement. I couldn't do that, me personally, Mark. Okay, so now you have the answers to maybe, well, why aren't you there, or what happened from my point of view. Again, I leave room for error. I leave room for after the 5th, when they come back online, it could look entirely different in a more positive way. It could not. I don't know, because at this point, the people in charge of those changes do them without much consult with me, and I have lost my input on a level that I want. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It doesn't mean the company's a bad company. It doesn't mean that QubitLife is going out of business. It doesn't mean any of that. Okay, and I think the people who made these decisions genuinely believe that they made the right decisions. Okay, but for me, it's not the right way. Not about the decision, but the process, the implementation of the idea or the decision. And that's just me differing with them. And the reason why I'm on the call here isn't to say anything bad about QubitLife. It's quite the opposite. The reason why I'm on the call here is to support Queen Vicky and Alicia, first as friends. That should be clear. But more importantly, as business associates, as professionals in this business who have contributed a lot to me personally, have contributed a lot to me professionally, have given me a lot of support. And so I'm returning that in this probably very, very small way. I am happy if Alicia or Queen Nikki, you would like to direct me towards a topic or a question. I do not want to take questions, specific questions. I don't think that that's appropriate at this time. But if you have a topic, Queen Nikki or Alicia, that I may have not covered just now, that you would like me to cover, I'm happy to cover that. Otherwise, I think my message to you is the following. Excuse me, my time at QubitLife has been spectacular. It has grown me in a way that I thought I couldn't grow. Even after 52 years on this earth, I've made some amazing friends and family. I will always be a part of QubitLife in some way, shape, or form. I feel like I've had a very positive impact on the company. I know that I've helped people with their lives, and I feel good about that. And I'll always be available for anyone at any time or any place. And I again reiterate that the company is going to be there, it's going to grow, it's going to change. Some of those changes will be painful, but the people behind it believe in what they're doing. They believe that they have the right path forward. And I think for me, it's just I've outgrown the scenario. So I want to thank everyone, and I'll turn it back over to you, Vicky and Alicia, and just say one last time, thank you so, so much. And again, happy to cover a topic if you need me to.
Well, let me say this, Mark. We appreciate you, and I can kind of elaborate on what you said as far as you, us, all of us being together and fighting. When I can tell you guys, Mark out the gate, like we have always said, one thing we know, he's going to give it to us straight. One thing that we've trusted with this company is Mark. He's going to tell us, hey, this is why we're doing it, and this is why it has to happen this way. Even if it's something that we didn't necessarily like or agree with, he's always been very direct and honest with us. And Mark, thank you so much for that. Thank you for everything that you've done fighting for us in that regard. We appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for coming to this call to address everything. And basically, guys, everything he stated is accurate, and his stance is accurate. You know, he had some power, but lately, things haven't been, he hadn't had the best results with his requests. And these requests were absolutely legitimate ones. The same ones that Faith and I have been doing, the same ones. He's been, of course, our head above us, asking for the same thing. So thank you again, Mark. We appreciate you. Faith, do you have any topic that you want him to elaborate more on?
Yes, what I like to say is this. I see some people asking me, Queen, with all the money you made, are you going to find a way to reimburse us? You don't know how much I spent. Will you reimburse your team? I don't think it's about reimbursement. What it's about is we all made a choice. We made a choice to take a calculated risk. And every day that we had a webinar, we reiterate time and time again that this is a calculated risk. Okay? So for people to say, I want something risk-free, that's not going to happen in life. We take risk. Well, again, as Mark said, he's not saying the company is going away. He was never in control of that either. And we're not saying that either. Someone just asked a question, so there would be no more passive income. I wish you guys would have gone to the webinar I told you to go to. They announced the new plan. I'm not presenting the new plan. I am not quite in agreement of the new plan because we had offered alternatives to that plan, which were rejected. Okay? And so we can always say what we would have done, right, in hindsight. But we have to go forward. And we know how things happen. We're in. You're going to receive some index points to be able to buy courses. You're going to receive some index points in order to be able to make future income, potentially future income, right? Which I know you want money now because you want to eat now. We're going to be able to get QDT. And I finally took a look at the blockchain today. It does exist, but the smart contract that's going to make this lucrative for us is not ready. So you're talking about, we can wait, but we're already in. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Because we need to protect our income. We need to help our families and support our families as well. And so right now I'm in the talk with companies. We have 2 companies we're going to put on the table. It's up to you. You can come or not. We're going to keep the same genealogy, the same lines of communication, the same hierarchy in our team. Okay? And so, but we're going to present that to you at another time. It may be at the, we have a 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Yes, at the 3 p.m.
Mark wanted to say one thing.
Yeah, I just want to add one thing because then I'm going to go because I want to support something you said, but from a different angle. First of all, I would encourage everyone, because most of you don't do it, and I don't do it either, by the way, when it's not my company. I would encourage you to go back and read all the policy statements and the things that you agreed to when you joined the company. And all of those legalities support Queen Wiki's opening statement about responsibilities and things of this nature. And we're all adults here, no one is children. And no, nothing is guaranteed. When you signed up, you didn't get a guarantee. This is not backed by gold. This is not a guaranteed product, right? Not by some insurance wrapper, and certainly not by the people who just bring you the opportunity. They would be the last person that would be legally liable to, guarantee you anything. And I understand the frustration of why somebody would ask for that. The only group that's capable of offering you that is the corporation, okay? They are obviously not, for now, not going to do that. Could that change? It could change. But I really want to make sure you guys, as unhappy as some of you may be, as jilted as you may feel, those feelings will pass. They're just feelings. And Queen Wiki's right. What you need to do now is digest what's available. And I want to support this. You are getting something of value. You're getting those ESI credits. You can spend them. You can get some value out of that as a human being, okay? It's not there saying, oh, take this instead of ROI. No, it's a conversion, okay? It's a debt conversion into something tangible like this. The second thing is, those lots that you can then go buy and put into other companies, if those companies take off, and hopefully they will, or even happy to do it, you will receive multiples on that $100 or $1,000 package, or whatever was less than the 100% that you're not getting that ROI. And in theory, it could be actually quicker than what you would have gotten. And it could be longer, but it could be in theory quicker. Then, as Queen Wiki just mentioned, as QDT rolls out and they finish the registration process and they get everything going and they get the contract, the smart contract done, which will pass the security on to you, you could be looking at a phenomenal company. A phenomenal company. I can tell you this: the people that are the owners, that are part of the IT group, I know them, and they are competent. They are competent in terms of their ability to do technology, and you see the product, you see the back office. It's not fake. You've been living with it. I can tell you it's phenomenal compared to some other companies. So please, don't point fingers at the top management. If you want to point a finger, point it at me. I'm part of corporate. I'm not avoiding any responsibility. But I'm telling you, you guys here are going to be getting yourselves into a great situation. So that's all I have to say. Sorry to get in the way of your thing there, Queen Nikki, but I wanted to just make sure that you and Alicia are fully well protected in that, at least from me to say, this isn't about that. This is about moving forward and doing the right thing. So I want to wish you guys well because I got to jump into another meeting right now.
Thank you, Mark.
Nikki and Alicia, God bless you guys. If you need anything from me, you know where to find me. All right, everybody, good luck. Good luck. I'm sure I'll see you in the future. Cheers.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Bye. Let me say something really quick about these questions about that. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. This is the deal. We have day in and day night, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, every single webinar. We did the spiel. We gave you what we had with the presentation. We inserted our own. We didn't give you the corporate presentation, what you wanted to hear. We gave you the real deal, and the real deal is we cannot guarantee you anything. We can't even guarantee you that we'll wake up. I'm going to say it verbatim. I can't guarantee that I'll be here tomorrow. We can't guarantee you anything with anyone. So everything we do is a risk. Everything is calculated. Do we believe it's over? We don't know. We believe that this company still has some legs. We got to have something that we believe in to sell. And right now, we don't have that. So we have to be big girls and boys. We have to be very much so responsible individuals and take responsibility for ourselves. And we got to make a decision as to what we're going to do. We're not leaving QubitLife. We have teams here. We have vested interest. We still have money here. We do. But most importantly, we have teams here. We're going to be here. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to do whatever it is that we got to do to make sure our team come out on top, because that's what we're here for. We're here for you. Now, are we going to just sit in this? Absolutely not. I'm not. We fall down, but we get up and we talk about it every day. Every day, things happen in life that we can't control, but we can't control our reaction. We cannot afford, I will not, I got 3 kids. 3. I have to make sure my children can continue to live. I'm still on a mission to leave a legacy, to build an empire. And I'm going to do that with or without whoever wants to do it with me. But this is the deal, ladies and gentlemen. You have servant leaders and myself in faith. Let me tell you. You know I fight, right? I do. And I fight day in and day out. Faith fights differently than I fight. It's a totally different level than what I do. Of course, she had over 100,000 members in this company. The team, Queen Wiki, is truly the biggest team in QubitLife. So her power, her voice, her fight could very well be different than mine. I cannot and could not do certain things that she could do. When I tell you she pushed the envelope all the way to the very max, to the point like, oh Lord, I know it'd be tough if they kick you out, but please don't, because they may just do it after that. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Let them kick me out. I don't care. This is what she said. And I won't tell you really all the words that she said, but you know Faith. And you know how she is when she's passionate about something. And ladies and gentlemen, I can say this with everything in me. She's passionate about her team. I'm passionate about my team. We are passionate about you. And we're going to do everything we can. We cannot be bought. We can't be bought. We're not going to tell you what you want to hear. We're not going to tell you what corporate wants us to tell you. We're going to tell you the truth. If it's something that we believe, if it's something that's real, we can do it. If it's not, ladies and gentlemen, you already know the last month, we've not been able to do full presentations. We've been swamp fighting, and we've also been trying to get an understanding as to what it is that we're doing. want to make sure when we get on this presentation, when we get on these webinars, we can give you something of substance, something that you really know that we believe in. Guys, I don't lie. I'm not a liar. I can't sugarcoat. If something is not right, you're going to know it if it's coming from me. I can't get on the screen and pretend like there's something happening when there's not. Right now, we don't really know what this will look like until June 1st. Period. Because we could get information from corporate. We're trying to get clarity, but we've been in this business and this company long enough to know that even their clarity is not real clear. Because when things actually roll out, it's 100% different from what we thought it would be. So we want to make sure we're accurate. We really won't know what these changes look like until they open up the door on June 1st. I can tell you what we've done. I personally requested that they continue to pay out for pending withdrawals. As a good gesture, you need to do that. Pending withdrawals have nothing to do with the new withdrawals. Qubit support did come back and say, you're absolutely right. Let me get clarification on that, and we'll go from there. We're still waiting for that answer right now. We don't know if the pending withdrawals will be paid in the meantime, but we absolutely requested that they would. Okay? So Faith told us what she knows and what we know. We've given you the information. By God's grace, Mark got on his call and gave us a nice, he gave it to us just the way we're telling you now. And for him to get on the call was very noble. Very noble. And to do it and to support us and to support you, God, we are blessed. So, Faith, I'm going to throw it back over to you. I just want to say that. Okay?
Yeah,
I appreciate everybody. Love y'all. Everybody, love you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Many of you guys know I'm always to the point. And all of you know I never lie to you. So you may not like what I have to say, but you will know this. I don't lie to you. We fought tooth and nail. One of the options we talked to them about, how about this? Those people who have not made 100%, give them the option. Give them the option to say, give me a refund or I'll participate in this new plan. They rejected that. They rejected it. So the only thing I can do is provide these recommendations, just as Mark has done. We've been going back and forth. We didn't want the webinar to happen, the big webinar that they had. We wanted them to give time to think about solutions that's going to benefit everyone. And we just didn't get that cooperation. The agreements are broken. But one of the things Mark said is, when we came into this deal, we signed the terms of agreement. You guys signed the terms of service. I signed the terms of service. And what it said was, we have the right to make changes. But it's just gotten to the point where they were making too many changes. We're not saying the deal is dead. We're saying that someone is asking the question, how is it going to work? She went to a corporate meeting. Okay? I'm not doing that presentation here. And what I'm going to tell you is this. Number one, let's say you put $100 in or $100,000 in. It doesn't matter. Right? What you're going to get for your money is you're going to get these indexes. They're equivalent to points. The first batch of indexes you're going to get is what they call the educational index, right? Which is going to allow you to get educated on the platform. Their goal is to become the largest educational platform. Are they there yet? No. They expect to be there in 2025, right? We know that they need more English-speaking instructors. We know that there's translation issues. And that's why people say, oh, now I have to sell products. That's what they said. Everyone. There's no passive component. Someone asked, there's a passive component. No, not anymore. Not anymore. And so when you come on board, or anybody comes on board, they're going to get these points where they can buy all of these courses, take the courses, or maybe sell it to somebody for 50% off, right? The second component, you're going to receive an index that's associated with the VC fund, with the company, right? Vision Gold to me was one of the better ones, but they couldn't actually agree on a contract. So we bought those licenses, we bought those lots, and they refunded us in our back office the money that we used to purchase it. I know, for example, my mother bought $10,000 worth of those lots. They put the $10,000 back in the back office, but we just want to be able to withdraw it. So we have to wait and see what happens on June 1st. We're going to wait for a company to make the move or make a decision for us. The third thing, and I'm not, the third thing we're going to get a bunch of QDT. I've already have a couple of million of those. This is the coin that's going to be on the Q chain. The blockchain does exist. Now, I wouldn't tell you that, but I've been fighting with them. Show me the blockchain. We heard this story before. So I finally do see it, and I can show any of you guys that the blockchain exists. It does have an explorer, just like Bitcoin or Ethereum have an explorer. They want to have that liquidity platform. They want us to become liquidity providers. I do that with a lot of other tokens. I do that. I love it. I do staking. I do holding. So I wanted to see the smart contract that does it. Not ready yet. So to me, if it's not ready yet, then there's no value right now today in getting QDT. But the potential for future value, again, exists. So many of you are sitting there scratching your head like she keeps talking about potential future value. What about today? Why don't I get an option to opt out? Because we don't. We tried. And they said no. So it's no sense in hashing it. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. I already just told you, Charles, about the new option. I'm not going to talk about the 2 new ventures that we're in. I need to close the deals. Yes, we're moving. Not moving. Yes, we're going to continue to feed our families. Yes, we want to make sure that you guys see a viable deal. We're going to minimize going into deals where they are indeed holding our money. Okay, I am looking at a smart contract deal. I am looking at something to prevent you guys. We're going to keep our genealogy, guys. And you can make the decision, again, whether you want to take a calculated risk, whether you want to run with us. You are going to make that decision. No one ever forced you to get in QubitLife. No one ever forced you to open up an ice cream store that you opened and it failed. Failure happens. Well, we can't say right now that QubitLife is a failure. But I know how the passive people feel. They're not happy. I know they're not happy. And many of the active people aren't happy because we're talking about future profit, future potential. I understand that. I really do. But my point is, guys, I can't do anything about it. It's not my company. My hands are tied. I did the best I could. I offered alternatives. I've offered myself and a couple of other people offered to build a smart contract. I can do that. We can do that. We have to develop it. Right? They want to do it themselves. Okay, great. We could have had it done a long time ago. But I'm not like trying to pass blame back and forth. Because I'm not to blame for anything, so I don't have to pass blame. I don't own the company. We made a calculated risk. And we have to live with that. And we have to make our own decisions about what we want to do today. What we want to do tomorrow. We can't go back in retrospect. We can't go back tomorrow. We can't go to corporate. We try to get these changes to affect you more in a positive manner financially. We did all of that. We tried. Okay, what about people that don't? I'm going to answer some of these questions. What about people that don't have any money right now to go into any deal? People put in money to grow the company and now no one can get his money. Wait, we don't know what's going to happen after the 5th. You follow me? We don't know what's going to happen after the 5th. They may start we do our withdrawal and they may start paying us. Okay? So I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I just know what we want to do now. And I just know that someone who comes in a deal for $100 don't have any money. You don't use your last. I know that. Cashback license, maybe that could be a solution. Just save it and use that. If it's still be there, and use cash for the cashback to pay for personal thing. And again, right now, people won't be able to do that because the system is down until, what is the 1st? Not the 5th. Yes, the 1st. So we have to wait till June 1st to see what happens. Corporate license, this is what they told me. This is what they told us. Corporate license, no change. Now, I personally have a $75,000 corporate license. I was going to buy my mother a house, $250,000 house. Okay? They're saying no change. I also have a car license for my mother, $18,000 car license for my mother. They say no change in the corporate license. You give up the QDT coins and we'll pump them. That's one of the faults with some of these coins out there. They're a pump and dump. We don't want that. What we want a viable platform. I know that if they roll it out like that, what everyone's going to do, they're going to get the QDT coins, they're going to dump them on the market. That is not the way you launch a smart contract. Because they dump it on the market, you still got people holding back. Who is now the new corporate? Corporate is owned by these two guys, and this is some news that I've learned recently. But for people to ask me who's the owners, you didn't ask me that 9 months ago. You didn't ask me 9 months ago. So why are you doing due diligence right now today? Right? Why are you doing? Why does everybody want to start researching now? They always do that in every deal. You want to research at the end. It's irrelevant. Mark is no longer the chief marketing officer. Greg is not the chief executive officer. And yes, he was indeed sick. But I can tell you one thing. Greg was the chief executive officer, not an owner. Nobody ever told us that. No one ever told you that he was the owner. We said he's the chief executive officer. Mark's the chief marketing officer, paid as staff. Okay? Now, why is QubitLife spending so much money? Why? Thanks for all you do. Thank you very much, Queen Goldie, who is the new corporate marketing, no longer there. Greg's still the CEO, who are behind this company. Greg is not the CEO any longer. So they're going to have to reestablish an executive management team, of course.
A lot of your questions, let me say this really quick, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of the questions that you're asking, we don't know the answers to right now. We don't know who the new executive team will be. We don't know what the future looks like. We have the same information you have at this moment. We won't know a lot of the answers until June 1st. So don't please, if your question has anything to do with anything that we have not already discussed with you, we've given you everything that we got. All the information that we have given it to you. We don't know those questions.
And in terms of the corporate license, we were told that they would be left untouched. Okay? That's what we were told. So those who just bought corporate license that are not approved, they would refund that. They're not refunding anything. I just told you, corporate license, they didn't say there was a change. Corporate license, they say will be untouched. Okay? What will happen with the current availability value? We already told you guys what we know. If it's too late for due diligence. Join a corporate, tell them not to destroy the community of Africa. I don't want to join corporate. If I want to join corporate, I have my own business. They are not going to have to pass a component. They're not providing any refund. So people need to stop asking that question. I'm just telling you what we know, as Alicia said. You knew in enough time to tell your team so we could withdraw, but you didn't. That is bull. I didn't know in enough time to tell your team.
Don't even respond to those types of comments. Right. Please don't. They don't even make sense. You guys know who we are. We're not going to entertain that today. Don't.
Exactly.
It's not.
Okay. Any more ranking, blah, 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 blah. We just told you what we know. They told us what was changing. I told you what was changing. They said they're opening back up on June 1st. They're going to give people indexes. And the indexes have potential future value. Okay? That's all we know. That's all we know. If we knew more, we would be telling you more. That's all Mark knows as well. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all Mark. There would be no more licenses. You can have educational licenses. If you come into the company, after June 1st, yeah, you're going to have an educational license. But you're going to get points for it, indexes for it. So you got to be a network marketer. There's no passive component anymore, guys. All of our pending payments will return to our wallet balance. They said wait till after they open again. When they open again, June 1st, we'll see what happens. I wish I could predict the future, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't. I really, really, truly can. Okay? So, that's all I know. That's all I have. I'm not corporate. Thank you, James. Thank you. We get a lot of great comments in here. People are saying, what's plan B? Things like a soft exit scam. I don't know nothing about that. Understand everything very clear. We need to be adults about this. I know it's a hard pill to swallow. Change always is. Okay?
It is.
Yeah, change always. So what we're going to do is, I think we've answered everything. I have recorded this, and It's the best I can do. I'm in the same boat as well. I'm going to wait as well. You know, and there's some people here who don't know how much money I made. They just don't know how much I spent. They don't even know how much I made. But in any case,
but it doesn't matter about how much you made or how, because it's the thing. Everybody has the same potential to make as much as they
I
want
don't
to
take
make.
other people's risks.
It's not about that. But this is the thing. We're not going to dwell on what anybody made. We're going to take responsibility for our own actions, and we're going to decide how we move. And we're going to, at the end of the day, stick together. No need to bash anyone. No need to try to get anybody to cover this. Listen, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. I know the news is not what we wanted to hear, but it is what it is. We have to move forward with whatever we decide to do. So now, with that being said, Faith has been an amazing leader. You still are. You know we ain't going nowhere. It is what it is. We're going to continue moving forward. No worries about anybody. God, be blessed. Stay tuned. Most important, stay connected to your upline. Make sure you guys stay connected, because whatever we do, we're going to do it. Whoever wants to do it can do it with us, but we want to make sure we keep everybody intact. We don't want anybody doing any type, we want to stay together, one team, one unit, and we're going to try to stick together with what we've been doing, okay?
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alicia, for being here. I'd like to say thank you to all of you guys. There's only 1,000 rooms in here, 1,000 box in here. I wish we had 10,000, but I like to have to just say this once. We may do this call again, or I may just simply upload it in a private fashion to YouTube somehow. I'll think about the best way to do it. I'd like to say, everyone, enjoy your day the best you can. There's no sense in going into the group of social media, just blah, 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 blah. It's not going to pay your rent. It's not going to help you. It may make you feel good to let off the steam, but let's talk about what we can do going forward. And we should always think about going forward. There's no sense in anything around it. It's not going to change what corporate has decided.
What's your favorite slogan?
What the owners has decided.
IPA? What? IPA? That's what I'm on today.
IPA? Right. Exactly. Income producing activity. We can't stop our life because a company makes changes.
We can't give too much attention to things that we cannot control. We need to focus on what we can control. And if it's not producing some income or some positive energy, don't feed it. Don't feed it. Okay? Be blessed. Thank you so much for everything you guys done. Thank you so much for being here and supporting us. We are supporting you as servant leaders. We appreciate you, and we look forward to many, 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 many more years in businesses and opportunities of success. We have not left QubitLife. We're going to stay here and fight, but we got to make sure we can feed our family. Bottom line. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Recording stopped.